Early in his ministry, Jesus was teaching along the shore of the Sea of Galilee. There was a throng of people crowding all around him. And so he got into a small boat. They pushed it out a little bit from the shore. He sat down and taught the people standing there on the shoreline. Could have looked a lot like this one right here. When he finished teaching, he asked Peter, the owner of the boat, "Hey, let's go out fishing. Put out into the deep water." Peter says, "We fished all night. The fish aren't biting. We caught nothing. But if you say so, I'll do it." So he and Andrew get in the boat with Jesus, go out into the deep water, throw down the net, and a miracle. All of a sudden the net's so full of fish they can hardly bring it in. The net starts to break. They whistle to their partners, James and John, on the shore. "Bring your boat. Help us out." They put the fish in the boats. There's so many fish, the boats begin to sink. Peter sees all this and says, "Lord, I'm such a sinful man. Get away from me." Jesus says, "Don't worry about that. From now on, you're going to be fishing for men." Hi, I'm David Gosnell at Mission Oneness. Peter is such a great man to study because in some ways he's a lot like all of us. He walked with Jesus for 3 years. It was an up and down journey. Sometimes he said and did wonderful things, but he could also be pretty hard-headed. At the end of that 3 years, of course, Jesus was crucified, buried, and then he rose again on the third day. The apostles, of course, finally realized that Jesus was alive again. Then one day they found themselves back at the Sea of Galilee. Peter's bored, I guess, because he says, "Hey, let's go fishing." So they all get in the boat, they fish all night, they catch nothing. The next morning they see someone along the shore and they hear him shouting, "Hey, did you catch any fish?" "No, we caught nothing. The fish are not biting." "Then throw your net on the other side of the boat." So they throw their nets again in on the other side of the boat, and of course, a miracle. The nets are so full of fish, they can't even pull it in. Peter realizes this is Jesus, so he dives into the water and swims to shore. The rest of the guys bring the boat in, dragging the net with them, and they all have a great big fish breakfast. After breakfast, Jesus said to Peter, "Let's take a little walk." And as they were walking, he asked, "Do you really love me?" Peter said, "You know that I love you." And Jesus replied, "Then feed my sheep." From that point forward, Peter's purpose in life was set. He was to be a main leader in the church at Jerusalem as it got started. He ministered all across Palestine for the rest of his life. Peter thought he had a purpose in life. He was going to fish for a living, do the best he possibly could, raise his family, and enjoy life. Then Jesus came along and changed all of that. He gave Peter a new purpose, God's purpose. You too have a purpose in life. And it isn't just to be happy and satisfied, or to accumulate as many things as you possibly can before you die, or to have a bucket list and check off each item before you check out. No, God has a real purpose for you, a unique purpose, and you will be the most satisfied, the happiest, the most fulfilled if you find that purpose in life and fulfill it. It will bring real meaning for you, the people around you, and for God's kingdom. So seek God's purpose for your life. When Jesus said to Peter, "Feed my sheep," he added 2 really important words. Follow me. His point was that Peter had no possible way of fulfilling God's purpose in his life if he didn't follow Jesus and allow the Holy Spirit to guide him in every aspect of that work. You too must follow the Holy Spirit to fulfill God's purpose in your life. And you can only do that by drawing as close to God as possible. At Mission Oneness, we believe it's the mission of every Christian to grow in oneness with God. That's the only way to really achieve your purpose in life, and it brings real meaning to you and the people around you. What would accomplishing God's purpose mean for you? How would your life be changed by living out that real purpose? We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. Below this video there's a place to leave a comment, so I hope you do that. We'll be back soon with another story of what growing in oneness with God can do for you. See you next time.